What's up, Chopper?
You ever rode an elevator with a droid?
Tony!
Chopper, my favorite droid. Hello, Chopper.
We got Star Wars Sith in the building.
You can get marked that way.
Chopper, you about to go party hard right now? That's awesome. I'm gonna get you a shot, Chopper, on me.
Huge Wampa here and Boba. What's going on, Boba? Yeah. Do you? That's right now.
I would actually love to see it. Excuse me.
Well, he should have cut you off like 5 drinks that day. Like,
Oh,
Let's go, guys. Welcome, everybody.
my body doesn't I would be tempted to buy them.
Ahsoka.
Rebels Part 2, and you see the music.
That's good to know.
Before Rebels, you never think.
I'm going to be representing. Oh yeah, we don't do anything in the box.
My name is Talon, and today I'm here to talk about ICCC Con. I had a really fun time there. It was very relaxed. It was kind of smaller than what I was expecting to say, but I really like how everything else made up for it as far as the experience at the hotel, because one, we got these great discounts on the hotel room, because if you look at how much time I spent there for the weekend, and then you look at how much it would have cost if I was just a regular paying customer, the price was great. So I really did love the price, especially when it came to being able to have some adult drinks for free. And then the food prices at the restaurant were really decent. Wasn't bad at all. The food was good too. So all of that, you know, in the hotel experience, and then being able to just go downstairs from your hotel room and go straight to the Comic-Con. I think more Comic-Cons should do things like this. Now, I don't know if like there is more Comic-Cons that do this, but this is my first time being able to experience something like this. And it was a great experience because if I just want to go upstairs to my room, have a drink, take a good 30 minutes or whatever, just to sit down, relax, have some water, whatever it may be, I got the option to do that. And that's what's cool, because I found myself being like overly hot at a con, trying to find a little corner to just relax myself, cool down, you know, things like that. And there's not a lot of places to be able to do that, especially at a big convention, which is fine. It's cool because I do like my big conventions, but I feel like it's just so nice to be able to be in the same building, not have to drive anywhere. I can just walk straight upstairs or take the elevator, of course, upstairs to my room. That'd be cool. Like, I liked it because, of course, I did spend all weekend there. I did not get the press passes this year, which is fine because I still planned on going either way. But definitely next year I'm planning to get the press passes. So I'm, of course, continuously post on a consistent schedule. And I like that I did go this year to really experience how ICCC Con is set up, because now when it comes to next year, I want to actually bring some collectibles for sale. Of course, bring some of my merch out to sell, but when you bring out t-shirts, you know, like this, it's kind of a hard sell, because of course I can just order a bunch of t-shirts and a bunch of random sizes, like the most popular sizes. But you know, I obviously can't bring everything that's on my website, but you know, I guess I can bring like one of my, like the 4 favorites of mine, or you know, something like that. You know, I got another year or so to really figure this out, but I think that's definitely what I want to do, is of course bring some of my collectibles and then bring my merch. But I really liked how the vendors was set up at ICCC Con. I think everything was cool. And then even when like after the con, and sometimes even like a little bit during the con, towards the tail end of it, we were all selling and doing the lobby sales, which was cool, because I was under the impression that the lobby sales was for the last day of the con, but they were doing it for, you know, each day, because we did it Friday. I want to say we did it Saturday too. And then I wasn't there all day Sunday. At that point, Sunday, I was just kind of ready to get home. I had a 5-hour drive there and a 5-hour drive back home, which was fine because I've taken longer trips driving. Like I've drove south to Florida for like 12 hours. I've drove like northeast up to Philly, Pennsylvania for Philly Fan Expo. That's like an 8-hour drive. So, you know, being in Ohio, it's a good area to where I can make these road trips, you know, no biggie. But I definitely think next year I do want to bring in some more collectibles and of course my merch to really market myself. Like I said, I did have a really good time at the con. I did find some like figures that I bought from Star Wars Sith and another vendor there. And then of course, well, that was during the lobby sales. And then when I was actually like at the actual con, somebody was selling these like 3D printed figures, which I'm not going to show in this video, but at the end of the month I'll be doing a Star Wars month haul video of everything that I got during Star Wars month, and it'll be in that video. But what I will show is my third, and I know I said this last time when I got her Funko Pop signed, but this should be my final autograph that I get from Katie Sackhoff. But then again, because now I want to keep meeting her, because when she was signing this comic, she signed it right there. And of course, got Bo-Katan on the side. She looked at me, and well, I said, this is the third autograph that I've gotten from you. I met you in Cincinnati, and I met you at Indiana. And then she took a look at me. She looked at me to the side like that, and she was like, yeah, I remember you, which is cool. And then she was like, you're the one who had the markers, of course. And then I was like, yeah, you took a picture at the last con of the markers. And then she was like, cool, well, I hope to see you again, you know, just chit-chatting and stuff. But definitely always cool to meet Katie, especially if you've never met her. She's good, genuine, really nice, loves her fans. She loves Bo-Katan, you know, definitely one of the Star Wars actors that you would or should meet. Unfortunately, I did not meet any other actors as far as voice actors goes and everything. I think they had a good cast of people come to this con. Most of the people was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actors. Now, I grew up on that. I thought about bringing my TMNT comic that I had, because The Last Ronin, that comic series, it's based off of those movies, I want to say, but on like a different timeline or something like that. That's what I heard, but I'm not 100% sure or not. But what I'm trying to say is I'm not like the biggest TMNT fan to where like I want to get April's autograph. I want to get all 4 of the Turtles autograph, Raph, Donatello, Mikey, and Leonardo. Like, I know them all. I know the lore, but I'm not like the biggest fan of TMNT, which is cool. But that doesn't discount me or like make me feel like I would never go to this con again, because I know like it was either last year's or like 2 years ago, they had the whole Star Wars Rebels cast there. So, you know, I'm gonna definitely keep on going, like keep going to these cons to see what type of people they bring in, because they also bring in smaller actors like the Sebulba actor or the Ewoks actor Warwick Davis, which I seen coming in and out of the elevator like 2 or 3 times. Me and him are, locking eyes. I'm giving him a head nod. He's, giving me a head nod. I think that's pretty cool. I love how the celebrities, they stay at the same hotel. Well, I don't know if all of them do, but Warwick definitely did, because I was seeing him using that elevator, going around on his little hoverboard, everywhere. I thought it was pretty cool, especially, being that close to somebody when you're not in their line to meet them or anything. It's just like you're randomly seeing them, which I was just, it was the coolest thing ever. But and then last year, I know like they brought the Ayla Secura actor and the Aura Singh actor, actors and actresses like that I would definitely love to see more of at the next few cons, because I got a lot of Funkos that need to be signed. And if you knew me from back in the day, you would know that I was not the biggest Funko fan, but now I am mildly addicted. I got a collection of about 40 of them now. There's a good amount of them that are signed by some actors, and even if they bring in a bunch of Dragon Ball actors, that would be perfect for me, because then I can get a bunch done at a time. But you can bring in TMNT, you can bring in some Dragon Ball actors. Hey, that's all I gotta say. But I don't have too much for this video. But I did have a good time at ICCC Con. It's definitely one of my favorite Comic-Con experiences, simply because the hotel is in the same building as a Comic-Con. I don't feel so rushed to like get down to the con, find a good parking spot, whether it's in a parking garage, on the street, whatever. You ain't got to deal with traffic. I don't have to wear the best shoes. I could wear like slippers down there if I really wanted to. You can wake up for breakfast at like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. when they're first cooking it, and then go back up to your room, take a little mini nap, and then go downstairs to the con at 10 or 11 a.m. Like, it was perfect. It was perfect. I'm gonna definitely be back next year, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully next year I will have a press badge, but I'm still a smaller creator. I'm still getting my name out there, and it's gonna take some work. I know last 2-3 months I haven't really been all that consistent, but I'm making my way back. Things are steadily getting better, so, and I'm not working as much as I was working. So all in all, the wheels are turning. Just know there's a lot of things going on in the background. But that's all I got for this video. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to comment down what you guys thought about ICCC Con, or if you plan on going next year. Let me know in the comments. And then don't forget to subscribe, of course, especially if you're watching this video, because I would say for Star Wars, that's my number one. That's my pride and joy. So, of course, I have Star Wars all over my room. That's what I'm mostly going to be posting. But, of course, I'm interested in everything else as far as Marvel, Spider-Man, anime, just literally almost everything else. So stay tuned for that. Unboxings, reviews, reactions, literally everything is all here. So I'll see you in the next video, guys. See you later.